Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It is the 26th today, and as you can see, this girl had a pre-lay shed on March 26th. Today is April 26th, so she should be laying her clutch here, hopefully anytime soon. She's a pastel leopard clown. She was bred to an OD blade pie double het MJ xanthic clown, so we're hoping for some OD blade pastel leopard visual clowns that are het pied and pos het MJ. I've produced something similar to that, I think, without the leopard earlier. I think I produced two of these. Exact pos hets, they are 100% het pied. They are pos het MJ. It's actually the snake that I kind of say looks like the same colors as my logo. Let's see if I can get her out there. It was actually the one from a week or so ago where I said I actually found something that pastel doesn't suck in with clown. It's a good looking pastel. I'm guessing is a pastel OD blade. Beautiful snakes. Actually made two of those. They're both pos het MJ, so we'll see. Hopefully one or both of them prove out. They're both females too. Let's see. I was also moving around some snakes for pairings. Oh, it looks like we got a lock here. Here's a lock. They're all crunched up here. So this is my leopard, yellow belly, red stripe, triple het DG clown pied male and my pastel DG clown female. And this is their second lock, so that's a good thing. Let's see if I can stuff her back in there. Come on, hon. Get in there. Get in there. There we go. I don't want to pinch your scales. I'll leave it like that. Hopefully she moves back in there by herself. This guy, this confusion combo male, just is not really doing a good job of pairing up with anybody. Nope. They look like they were trying to lock last night. And this is the only female that he's looked like he's been locking with or trying to. So I don't know if no other females are receptive to him, or if he's just not getting along with any of the other females. I really don't know what the answer is to that. Hold on, I gotta clean this camera lens. So I don't know. He really. I don't know if it's just he's not showing interest in other females, or other females aren't showing interest in him. But that's the only female that it looked like he was even trying to kind of court, meaning like he was kind of lining up his tail with her tail and they were kind of spooning. That was the only female out of all of them that he was even trying that with. So, and I did see a confirmed lock on them last week. So I'm hoping that at least he locks with that female, because I'm not very positive about him really doing much else. These eggs are 50 days in at this point. Husbandry Pro typically has them set at like 52 days or something for either cutting or pipping. So I mean, you can see they're looking pretty desiccated there. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if by Sunday anybody will be pipping out, which would be 52 days. I doubt it, but I don't know. Maybe they are. If I get one or two pips, I will probably cut over the weekend. So I'm very excited to see what these eggs are. This clutch is going to be the potential 8-gene Ultramel Posset Pieds. So the pairing was an OD Leopard Firefly Yellow Belly, possibly Enchi Ultramel Het Pied that I picked up from Aussie a few years back, to a Bamboo Black Pastel Het Ultramel. So there's 6 eggs. That's the clutch with those like huge eggs too. There's 6 eggs, roughly half of the babies, so hopefully at least 3 should be visual Ultramels. Everything else will be het Ultramel 100%. Half of them should be het pied, but I'm not really worried about that. I was just trying to make some crazy Ultramels here. And there's a potential to have 7 or 8 genes in those snakes. That's what I was more worried about, was just hitting a high number of those genes. Obviously, I want visual Ultramels. if I don't hit them, at least they have a high number of genes. And with 7 or 8 genes in play, because there's so many genes, most of those snakes, you know, on average should be about 4 genes. So, you know, if there's 8 genes in total and 50% of the time those genes are passed along to the babies from the parents, hopefully that means most of the snakes are 4 genes on average, maybe more, maybe less. But, you know, 4 gene snakes that are visual ultramels are still very nice. So that's that. There's nothing else with pairings. Basically, by Friday, I'm pretty much kind of at the end of the pairings for the week. Let's see. Actually, let's see this one last one. I got a confirmed lock finally with this male with my other Super OD DG het pied female. I can't tell. I can't see anything in here. I can't tell if they're locked up or not. I don't think they are. So that's, you know, one of my more expensive pairings. If I don't start seeing more movement with him coming up here in the next few weeks, I'll probably end up putting that triple het, that red stripe leopard yellow belly triple het DG clown pied male in there to you know, try to hit some DG pied combos. I really need to get that project going. Those 2 Super OD DG pied females are ready to go, so I don't want to keep waiting to see if that one male is going to do the job there. My whole goal is just to try to get some DG pieds out of this season. He gives me my best odds because he's a visual pied het DG, whereas the other male is a triple het, so my odds are a little worse with that male. But if this guy is just not getting the job done, then it doesn't matter what my odds are with him, because if he's not locking up, then it doesn't make a difference because I'm not going to get eggs out of him anyways. So at this point in the season, that's the name of the game. I wanted to show you guys the couple snakes that I have left from this season or last season too. Now, I don't have all the genetics in front of me right now, but this guy's obviously a pied. I believe he's an Enshi, judging by his eye stripes, maybe an OD leopard. So he's an awesome male that is ready to go. He's on all these snakes are on Morph Market. They've all been for sale for a while. This guy is a double. Oh, get out of the way of the light here if I can. This guy's a double het DG pied male. He's really cool looking. He's getting big as well. I think all these snakes are males that I'll be showing here too. It's a really cool pattern. I think there's like 3 or 4 genes in him. Got a lot going on. Very powerful for the DG pied project. This guy is my big, huge, like 4, 5, or 6 gene guy that is in my black exanthic project. The rest of these snakes are on the black exanthic project. I can't speak because it's early in the morning. Let me actually weigh him to see how big he is now. 370 grams, so he is enormous. There's potential for him to be blackhead, leopard, Mojave. There's potential cinnamon and mahogany in there as well. He is 100% het pied and 50% double het black exanthic and hypo. And as you can see, he's really cool looking. And at this size, he's keeping a really cool reduced pattern. But I think that's actually because he has so many genes in him that it's sort of just kind of blacked everything out. Very unique. I mean, I guess if he ends up staying here, it's not the worst. Ooh, don't want to get your head stuck. Not the worst thing in the world. All right, and here we have the non-visual version of the most expensive snake that I have sold this year. Let me zoom in on these. That's the blackhead leopard Mojave, 100% het black exanthic, 50% double het hypo pied. And as you can see here, he has pretty much one of the coolest patterns on any of the snakes you're going to see. The pattern holds very well too. The dad's the exact replica of this. And let's see, I don't know if it'll pop through. excuse the mess in there, but he has a cool little orange tail there next to the ear 8. So he's really cool. He's getting big very fast. And these two are the same. This is a blackhead leopard, one of the darkest snakes that I have produced. Again, 100% het black axanthic, 50% double het hypopied. Just really, really dark black snake. And the last one is, I believe this is just the Mojave. Yep, the Mojave, just the plain Mojave. 100% black axanthic, 50% double het hypopied. I haven't decided whether or not I want to send in these sheds beforehand for shed testing. If you do happen to buy one of these snakes and you want the shed, let me know and I can send it with you. I might send it with them anyways. I guess this is a good point in time to talk about the shed testing. Somebody asked earlier in the week, how do I send them in? What do I do? It's very simple. Basically, as soon as you see the shed, you really want to try to get it as soon as they shed so it's not sitting there and getting damp and deteriorating. You just take it out, hang it up, and let it dry. I mean, these I need to actually get put away at this point, but they're completely dry. They're crunchy. Now you want to take them apart and pull them out while you can, while they're still dry, or while they're still a little wet so that they can dry out and you can try to get them a little more flat like this. I usually use Charlie at Gray Rider Reptiles for my shed testing, and he says typically it's okay to just send the whole thing with him. If you use RGI, they typically tell you to like cut off just like a small, like quarter-sized piece of the shed and send it in like that. Now, preferably, I've kind of been a big fan of just sending in the whole shed with Charlie, because if something happens where the piece they shed test has some sort of an issue or degradation in the material, they can usually pull something from another part of the shed. So, use whoever you want, but I've typically used Charlie. I think RGI is now doing faster shed testing. I haven't used them since they did that, but the turnaround times, I guess, are better, because the last time I used them, it took over a month and a half to actually get the shed test back, which was last summer. Charlie's is usually within a week most of the time. So it's very easy. You just have to let it air dry for about, I would say, 2 days. It just depends on how wet it was. You just need to make sure it's completely dried out. Once it's dried out, you put it in the envelope, you buy which shed test you want from their website, and just send it in the mail. It's that simple. There's not a whole lot to it. It just has to be completely dry before you send it anywhere. But it works. It's pretty fast at this point. I think both of them, those two have to be like the leaders, I would assume, in the United States, because I haven't even heard of a third person doing shed testing in the U.S. And they're both reliable, and from what I've seen, have good customer service. So it's either Charlie, his company is called Gray Rider Reptiles. I believe his website's actually shedtesting.com. He was actually pretty smart to get that domain. And then the other one's RGI, which I'm sure is the one most people know, because they're affiliated with Clutch, which is the Canova-backed husbandry software. They're the company that Morph Market uses to shed test through. If you shed test through Morph Market, so I think you have to, I don't know if you can go directly through RGI. I think you have to go through Clutch or Morph Market to actually get their shed testing. But Charlie at Gray Rider, you actually just go directly to his website and purchase his shed tests. So that's it for today. This is how my week's going to end. Nothing too crazy. This is the 26th. So this ultra male female might lay over the weekend, but I'll expect her probably early in the week. Hopefully this female lays over the weekend. There might be some pips in that clutch, which is what I'm really excited for. These eggs obviously are nice to have, but they're not a big deal because I still got to wait 2 months for them to hatch, and I know what I'm basically getting out of those clutches. Well, except for the ultra male stuff. The ultra male stuff will still be good. And she's a visual ultra male, so at least, if that male's 5 or 6 genes and she's just a normal ultra male, there's a potential for up to 6 genes in all those ultra male babies, plus half of them should be het pied. So at least I'm making a clutch of all ultra males. So exciting stuff coming down the road. just trying to get more of these pairings going. I have a lot of females that I am not breeding yet. They're just about ready to go. So my pairings are going to start getting a little more intensive for a lot of these snakes. And I need to start strategizing a little more. So as that starts to happen, a lot of my videos are going to be, what's coming out of eggs, what eggs are dropping, what I'm expecting from them, and then how I go about choosing which snakes I pair to other snakes. So I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. If you're still around this late in the video, please remember to like and subscribe, and leave your comments below, and let me know what you guys want to hear about.